morning, everyone. Good to see you here. Welcome back to the job. Welcome back to Buck and Billy Ray's YouTube channel. I'll tell you, Lukey's been a big help, friends. He's helping me with the channel a bit now. He's helping me with some of the administrative stuff. Him and Rita perhaps might come on when things get, going a little more. But Luke has really been a big help for me. He films us, so this is the first day. Luke couldn't make it on this first day. He had other obligations. I understood that. And I just packed my GoPro and I packed my my camera and I just put it on a stand. So there's lots of still shots. But I want to bring you along this job, friends, from driving into the setting to driving out of the setting to seeing a stack of logs there worth 10 grand. That's what I want to do. So I may even go over there today, and because I'll bet you he's got her cleaned up. There's no flies on this young fella. Ethan, he's a good man, super good man. I've worked with his boss for years. He's the right-hand man of a company that's been in Nanaimo here for many, many years. Done civil, logging, land clearing. He's done some big jobs. And so anyways, I welcome you. I'm glad you're here. And I do want to start this video, friends, by saying to you, whatever's going on in the world, and coming at you on your phone. Friends, don't give your power away. Don't give your peace away. Seriously, friends, you have the choice and the free will which God gave you to just go flip, 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 or turn it off. Get out into the garden, grab an axe, get out into the bush. I'm telling you, we're three pieces, friends. We're three pieces. And I am at the most peace at my life when I'm truthful, honest, hardworking, and being nice to people. That's when I find the most peace in my life. And that I can sit back and stare life right dead square in the eyes and go, I'm doing my best. I'm not stealing, cheating, lying, being dishonest, have dirty, lustful, horrible thoughts. I'm trying to be as clean as I can. Thank you. Thank you. Just if you don't have an understanding of something that's bigger than you are, I urge you to try and find that. And if what you've been working on for the years ain't working, try on another one. Try simplicity. The fact that you know there's something there and you can't explain it, you don't know what it looks like, but it's working in your life and it's for you, not against you. It's for you. Life is for us, not against us. And you can manifest wildness in your life and peace and calm and, oh well. What's going on over there? Oh well. It's been going on like that for a long time, and it will go on like that for another long time. Who I am in regards to it is all I got. So don't act a fool, and keep your peace and your power, because you are extremely invincible. Whether you know it or not, you are invincible. Enjoy the video.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you just do it?
Well, friends, a quick little voice over here. This is the part that you really don't see a ton of, and I'm not going to show. And I talked about it in my previous video. There's so much limbing here. I'm walking every log out to 5 inches. It's mostly 2-log stuff, like a nice, 12-5 or a 10-1, and then I'll crack out a piece of chip and saw. But it's worth money, friends. The cedar's worth money. So you got to get out there. You got to clean her. It's called processing the wood. So friends, you can almost tell by the way those two sticks are standing there. I've just got the phone in the ground. I had no cameraman, so I'm doing my best for you today, but you can see what's going on. They're tied together, friends. Okay, and I'm trying to pull these apart, and when I can, if I see there's a possibility to do them one at a time, I talked about it yesterday, I will do so. I almost cut that other one up, and then I double wedged her and took it over, and it popped out of there, and you'll see this happen here now, and I'm so happy it did, because two hairy cedars on top of one another is no fun processing. So you'll notice me looking up here, banging. Your wedges tell you a lot how much they're sinking. There I am having a peek up, and I look at that other tree. I look out there. I look at the tree. I'm thinking, should I cut it up? No, I think I'm gonna. There I go again, looking up, going, I think I can get this. I remember this like it was yesterday. I'm like, yeah, look at me. I'm like, I can get this. I'm just gonna stack wedges and see if I can crack this sucker out of here, because I do not want to go out there and process these two big, hairy, bony cedars. I want them one at a time. Is it quicker and cooler to go knock them down together? You call it what you want. I call it not smart, is what I call it. Here it goes here. I think we got it.
Okay. Now, you may ask why I did that. I'm going to tell you why. I told it to you a couple of minutes ago too. I'm not interested in trying to process these trees when they're all on top of one another. I learned that lesson as a young guy just learning his way around the bush. You're better to peel them apart and take them one at a time. Did I have to bang a little bit there? Yeah, I did. I sure did. But listen, friends, if they're tied together, they go together. And that is a rule. It is. It's a rule. If they're tied together, they go together. These were definitely tied together, and they were freaking like side by side. And look, cranked right back. But this one kind of leaned out that way a bit. Do you know what I mean? It was pulling to the sun. I mean, there's the sun. So I just forget it. I'm not, like, it gets hairy out there, friends. You got two trees and 5 sets of limbs, and it's just not worth it. So I just crack them out. If I can, I'll crack them out.
Friends, when I first started skitter logging, the guy Danny McGiffin, I love him. He was my first guy that I got hooked in with. He did this style undercut because he logged cedar. He worked for a guy that owned a cedar mill. And another man I love. And this was the style of undercut that he did. He went in the bottom first. It's a humble, but it's kind of a come see, come saw. And I'm in the flare here. You'll see me struggling with that little bit of flare, so I just kind of get around it. But this allows you to know exactly how low you can get on the stump because you go straight to it. You go straight to the lowest part instead of putting your first gunner in and then having to, you get better at it as time goes on. But when you're first starting out, you see how I do this? I come in the top now. It's still a humble.
I have enough bar to cut this tree up. I have enough bar, okay? Look at this thing. Look at it, friends. It's going to that stump pile hard. There's no need for me now to do anything. I had enough bar to slice all the way around. There's a piece of hinge wood. I can see where I'm headed. I don't need my bar in there now. I'm into the flares. Everybody knows cedar flares break when you try and wedge them. So I've got a nice wedge set on the bottom side. The wind's blowing on me. That wind is holding me up big time, friends. I got a nice little spot right here. I'll double up inside the crease, friends. You guys know what I'm saying by inside the crease? You'll blow up outside the crease. There's no cutting need to be done anymore. Maybe a little tickle in the guts. That's it. So all I'm trying to show, friends, is Cedar's doesn't hang on very good, friends. There's our hinge. I put my bottom cut in first on the undercut to get a good low stump. But there's the hinge. It's not high on the like more wood on the high side. If the more wood you cut, this is a foundation, friends. It's a foundation. So guess what would have happened if I had to cut that up to a sliver? Well, with all those limbs that are up in the air now, they'd have been pulling and stressing this wood out. And look, there's no pulled fiber. It's just cedar breaking, which is what cedar does. So trust your wood, right? But you need a low foundation as well as a high side to hold you on. Even. Try and keep your wood even unless you're in different situations where you're trying to... But I mean, that thing comes straight off its hinge. Straight off its hinge, friends. And you saw the lean. I don't want it down there breaking off into there. I want it dead square into the lay. So, you know, prop it under, you know, but a person could have gone over there and got all his low wood. These short bar guys have to do that. They have to. They have no choice. They have to go down and get it. So they go down and get it. They cram a wedge in there. They make all this different angles of back cuts and sloops and swoops. When if you got enough bar, you don't need any of that.
Now don't get your bees in a bonnet and your hair in a knot. That's not. I wasn't. This discussion of the short bar, long bar thing and the Europeans and the West Coast. It's just geography, friends. That's all it is. Jack your truck up real high if you want, or run her down slammed on the boards. It don't matter. It's where you're from and what you were taught. I'm in British Columbia, and our standards are different, and your standards are different. And you were taught to go bore the low side out and bore and do your bore cutting, and we don't do that here. It's not part of our gig. Our wood is different. It's soft. It breaks. Most of it. The cedar really breaks. But I understand why you guys do what you do. I do. It's not a kick at the short bar. I'm just using it as an explanation of we're different. We're all different. But make no mistake, we do the same thing. And it all works just fine.
All right. Getting a few logs down. It's a full process here, friends. We got to get this hump up here, this little hog's back up here. It's got to scrape. It's got to happen there. Oh, sorry, fence line there, and then we're right down in the low end here now, and we're just going to gather up this stuff here. The wind's not working with me, but it don't matter. We'll get it. So we'll go get that cedar now. Yeah, we're starting to, I got a couple of dead dogwoods I got to look after here, friends. You don't want those coming down on you, so I'll just put you guys out front here.
Friends, if you want your timber to go where you think it's going to go, or where you sight it up and you realize that it's breaking off and not hitting your mark, open up your undercuts and clean your Dutchmans out, because dirty undercuts are gonna break, especially with soft cedar. Cedar breaks wood. I've said it 1,000 times. Fir's a little more forgiving. It's actually harder. But the cedar, I don't care how long it takes you to clean up your undercut. Obviously, low stumps is you're down there working harder because you're down on your knees and you're trying to get her clean. But just take the time to clean your undercuts.
The problems when you try to get down too low sometimes on these big flared cedars. I'm starting to turn a corner with this timber a bit because the road is there, friends. See it there? So I'm just slightly turning a corner so that he can come up this driveway now. So I laid that one across the tops. See, right there, we're starting to turn this little corner here. Comes up the driveway.
Good morning, friends. We're getting this one out today. I'm shooting for a video every day now, friends. Now that this job is over, yeah, I have more time. Luke is helping with some stuff as well, and Rita, and I just want to move through this job without too much time in between and just keep you kind of rolling with me through this job, how it progressed. There was a few questions in the previous video, which was yesterday, I believe, about the bucking card. Well, all mills have bucking specs, and timber companies, they all have bucking specs that they want the logs to show up at this particular length. Premium lengths, recovery lengths, sweet butts, they want to be a little short. So it all depends on what's going on, who's buying the logs. Really, it depends on the log buyer is the bucking. So the card is bucking specs. It's lengths, there's defects, tells you about knot size, top diameter is everything. Top diameter has everything to do with volume, not your buttress. It's the top. So through the years, Hogan, my boy has learned more about this now, I'll bet, than I have, because their life is that. They climb these trees and they go to top, everything's measured and computers. And so let me put it to you this way. Let me break this down real simple. I've done this 1,000 times in my life. A cubic meter. I don't know how long and how big your telephone poles are in your neighborhood. If you've got telephone poles, are they 12 inch in diameter? Are they 14? Are they 10? If they're 45 feet tall, okay, if they're 45 feet tall, just say, and 10 inch on the stump, that is approximately a cubic meter of wood. Approximately, friends. Okay, give or take. The fatter it is, the shorter it would be, right? So, yeah, so most of our logging trucks are cruising around with 35 to 45 cubic meters on them. In BC, you'll see them driving down the road. They'll be, depending on space, depending on species, depending on flare, if it's tight stacked or whatever. And weight is another big thing. Cedar's light, friends. A cubic meter of cedar, if I'm not mistaken, a cubic meter of cedar, it might be 2,000 pounds. It might be. Green. 18, I think. Fir is a little more. Obviously, it's heavier wood. So it's just a neat game. And I wanted to learn more about this because I've sold lots of log and truckloads of wood in my time. I'm not just, I've done all kinds of different projects through the years. So any questions, I'm just happy to bring you along on this process. I enjoy the interaction in the comments. It's been very busy lately, and we're going to work on hammering the content out to you. My short content is a little more. My members group is rolling along. The members group is a different place, friends. The members group sees things sometimes before here, but not always. But sometimes there's more live feeds there. I've got a lot on the go, and I just owe everything to you people watching my videos. It's that simple, friends. I want you to know something, and I've said it before, but if you're new here, because I have more short videos up, and sometimes new subscribers come in from short videos, and if that's you, I want you to know that you are partaking in something that you may not know. See all this work I'm doing here today? Well, guess what? We're not charging, folks. We're not, and we haven't for approximately 5 years now. We do not write invoices for this business anymore. We don't. It hasn't been. I know I've said it a few times lately, but it's been crazily hit me in the head that the impact we're making with the emails we get and the people that donate from jobs they donate to the homeless and the food banks and all these people. And I get these emails steady coming in thanking us for our... So that's you. Just remember that's you, friends, because you're clicking on the videos. So share the suckers. If you haven't subscribed, crack the old subscribe, hit the questions. I'll be in the comments. This is the different program here. And if you want a little more and know a little bit more about me and get a little deeper, because connection's important these days too. We are 3 pieces, friends, as I said in the beginning. Give the members a shot. Give the members a shot. Pop in for a month, see what you think. If you don't like it, hit the highways. There's a couple of them you can take. The good one or the not good one. Now I'm getting goofy. I better go. I love you. All I know is if you work hard, be honest, and be kind, you've got a much better chance of your life going a little bit smoother depending on the decisions you make. So you are invincible and very, very powerful. Very powerful. People don't talk about manifestation for just something to talk about. It's real. It's real. And it's happening here. Over and out.